Chris Hipkins, question number 2.
Mr Speaker, to the Prime Minister, does he stand by all of his government statements and actions?
Yes.
Why did he shrink the economy by almost 1% in the last quarter?
Well, because we had a very poor inheritance from the previous government, which was government spending went up 84%, a lot of it very wasteful. That drove up inflation over 7%. That drove up interest rates. There were 12 interest rate rises under the member's previous government. That put the country into recession and raised unemployment, and that's what this government's working incredibly hard to do. We've got spending under control, we've got inflation down, we've got interest rates down, growth is coming, jobs are coming.
Supplementary question. Which thing is he most proud of? A shrinking economy, rising unemployment, more kids living in poverty, more homelessness, or record numbers of New Zealanders giving up and leaving the country?
Well, on the last point, I'd just say to the member, it's rather ironic that he talks about the number of New Zealanders leaving New Zealand, which is at a high, and that is a function of the economic conditions that he left this previous government. But also, he's also a leader that actually says we're not going to do oil and gas. And what do a lot of New Zealanders do when they go to Australia? They go work in the oil and gas sector. He's the member that says we're not going to do mining, but actually what do they do when they go to Australia? They go work in mining. He's the member that says he won't support fast track because that's about getting construction jobs out to New Zealanders, but he won't support that either. So I just say to the member, if you're serious about it, rather than the crocodile tears, why don't you back it up with some proper action? I mean, he has a problem with equity and debt, understanding that, as we saw with the chorus statement this week. But he also has a major problem understanding that in construction, interest rates are the critical piece that enables developers to actually borrow money to go off and get things built. So when you actually crash the car and you crash the economy like he did at the last time he was in charge, and will do again with more spending, more borrowing, more taxes, you've got to fix interest rates. And you've got to fix interest rates by getting spending under control.
If you're giving an answer like that, give it as you can speak about the actions of a government that you inherit, not an individual who you're speaking to.
Got to be accountable for it, though.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. So why did he cut $3 billion of public investment in infrastructure in his first year as Prime Minister?
I'm actually very proud that we've accelerated $7 billion worth of infrastructure investment that's actually starting before Christmas. That's helping. But what we're doing is actually getting spending under control. We've brought inflation down from a record high and pathetic 7.5% from his economic management last time to 2.7%. That's lowered interest rates. Interest rates are down 8 times under this government. They were up 12 times under his. The great gaslighter forgets about something called interest rates, which he doesn't take responsibility for creating. How on earth do you increase spending by 84%, drive up inflation over 7.5%, have 12 interest rate rises, and then ask some questions about how the construction industry works? Get back and understand some economics.